Greetings and welcome. In this video session, we will discuss about flow description methods of fluid kinematics.
Very good morning to all. Today we are starting third unit, that is fluid kinematics. In an introduction means first video of the syllabus. Okay, at that time online mode was there. Okay, so in a brief, in an introduction we have seen that definition of fluid kinematics. Actually there are three branches of fluid mechanics. Fluid statics, the branch in which we study the behavior of the fluid which is at stationary, which is at steady position, that is called as fluid statics. The branch in which behavior of the fluid which is in motion but without consideration of forces, that is called as fluid kinematics. And the behavior of the fluid is studied with consideration of forces which are responsible to occur that motion, that is called as fluid dynamics. Okay, so these three definitions we have seen in our introduction part. Now there are in a detail separate units. So second unit that we covered, that was fluid statics. Third unit fluid kinematics, and fourth unit, that is a fluid dynamics. There we are going to see in a detail about that particular syllabus of the fluid. So as far as fluid kinematics is concerned, here flow parameters are studied. Here forces are not considered. Okay, flow parameters means what? Any flow which is passing, either there are two types of flows. Okay, one is the internal flow. Internal flow means flow through pipe or a conduit or enclosed passage, the passage which is enclosed. Okay, you can take example of a dam penstock. From the dam, that water is traveling, okay, by gravity up to the turbine. This is what internal flow, penstock flow. If you take example of canal, from the dam, for the purpose of irrigation purpose, for the irrigation purpose, water is distributed on the downstream area, agricultural area. Okay, so that water is distributed by using the canals. So that water is flowing open to the atmosphere. So that is called as external flow. Okay, so in whatever are the examples, internal or external, here in the flow, the 2 to 3 parameters comes in a picture. Okay, first parameter is what? Velocity. Velocity means what? Distance traveled by the fluid per unit time. Distance divided by time. Unit of it is what? Meter per second. Velocity. Acceleration means again it is what? Rate of change of velocity with respect to time, that is acceleration. Okay, so velocity and acceleration, these two important parameters. Third parameter is also there, that is a discharge. Discharge is what? Amount of water or amount of fluid passing per unit time at a particular location, that is called as discharge. Means if you want to measure the rate of flow which is coming from the tank, reservoir. Okay, so we can use their product of area into velocity. Area is what? Area of the pipe through which that fluid comes. Area of pipe will be what? If the pipe is circular in a cross section, pi by 4 d square, that will be what? Area, multiplied by velocity of the fluid which is passing through that pipe, meter per second. Area meter square, product meter square into meter per second, meter cube per second, that is what? Unit of discharge. This is again flow parameter. Okay, but discharge can be maintained constant by using valve in a pipe flow. If we keep valve, hand valve, you say, at which position that valve is kept means how much opening we are keeping in the pipe. Based on that, discharge quantity of water passing through that pipe can be controlled. Okay, so here flow parameters are velocity, acceleration, discharge. Out of that, discharge is in our hand to control by using valve. Okay, and velocity and acceleration, these parameters are to be analyzed. Analysis of these two parameters is required, because whenever we are going to design a system, for example pump, centrifugal pump is used to lift the water from low altitude to high altitude against the gravity. Okay, so in that, capacity of the pump means power is again what? Force into velocity. But here force comes in a picture. But regarding this, we study in fluid dynamics, that is the fourth unit. Okay, now here whenever we want to analyze or study behavior of the fluid, okay, under the constraint, that is without consideration of forces, means there is a velocity and acceleration. So here are two approaches which are given by the different people. So one of them is a Lagrange, Mr. Lagrange, and other one is a Euler. These are the two scientists, to say, who put some theory before us regarding the behavior of the fluid which is in motion. Okay, so that first of all we are going to study, or we have to discuss in this session. Okay, so title of today's session in this unit number 3, that is flow description methods. Flow description methods. Description means what? Description means what? Theory, information in a detail. Description. Which information? Of a flow. Flow of what? Fluid. Flow of a fluid in a motion means what kind of information we need here. When the fluid is flowing, definitely velocity and acceleration, these are changing. Okay, these are changing in a location to location. Okay, or with respect to time also, because when the motion comes there in the unit of velocity, what we write in a unit of velocity? Meter per second. Means meter is what? Distance. So it is what? Location. It gives the two location. Between two location, what is the distance? That is what? Dimension in the meter. And to travel that from one location to another location, that is what? Required time. Okay, so this is changing, it is not remaining same. It is not remaining same, because the flow which is here, that is in a open or in a conduit or in a closed system. So here two approaches we need for that. So these two approaches we will have, that is for the analysis approaches of analysis. Okay, first approach is Lagrangian. Okay, have a notes with me. Okay, have a notes with me, the points which I am giving here. Okay, note down these points. Lagrangian approach, and second approach is Eulerian approach. Okay, we will discuss about Lagrangian. Okay, now in this approach, hydrodynamic parameters. What I say that I give the example of velocity, acceleration, along with that their density also comes. Okay, pressure also comes. So these are the parameters which are regarding with water, and for the water we use word hydro. Okay, for a water we use word hydro. Water is in motion. Okay, with force, hydrodynamic. So that is why the parameters are hydrodynamic parameters. So Lagrangian approach here, velocity. In this approach, velocity and hydrodynamic parameters. Hydrodynamic parameters means what? For example, here velocity, acceleration, density, pressure, etc. These are hydrodynamic parameters. So in this case, flow of the fluid is studied on the basis of particle. Okay, particle means a single particle. So this is particle approach. This is particle approach. You will come to know. I will use here pictorial view for the understanding. This is a particle approach. Okay, and especially this method is used by the scientist. This method or this approach is used by scientists. For what purpose? Especially in the space where the density is low. Gas density means air density. Okay, in the universe, from the universe above a particular distance, beyond that, if we go, okay, in the space, so definitely what happens that fluid density is decreasing. So at that location, fluid particle motion is very silent, and also distance between the particle, that is also much. So to study such in a space, study of particle in a space, this approach is used. Okay, this is a critical approach. Okay, second one is Eulerian approach. This approach we engineers use. In a fluid mechanics, we engineers use this approach. In a fluid mechanics, whatever we are learning or we are going to derive the formulae, these are the derived part of Euler. Okay, in a fluid dynamics there is a equation that is called as Eulerian equation. Okay, so what it says that in this case the approach is field approach. Means in this case a control volume is considered. Okay, control volume is considered, field system is considered, whole system. At a particular location, change in the flow parameters, hydrodynamic parameters is a study. Okay, under this approach, Eulerian approach. Okay, so here above parameters means the parameters which are mentioned here, these are studied. Above parameters are studied are studied or expressed as function of time. Function of time means with respect to time, function of time and location. With respect to time and location. Location means what? Cartesian coordinate system we use. Okay, x axis, y axis, z axis. Okay, along the x axis motion, along the y axis and along the z axis means three directions. Space, any space, area or volume, we say control volume, that is described by using coordinate system. And coordinate system xyz means what? Cartesian coordinate system that we use in this Eulerian approach. So here above parameters are studied as a function of time and location, that is control volume. Control volume is used for analysis. For the analysis. Okay, now we will have here pictorial view for the understanding difference between these two methods. So suppose this is a flow. Okay, this is a flow which is taking place through the river, you say, and here is a bridge which is constructed across this river. Okay, so in one approach, okay, this is a bridge, this is a flow. Okay, now in this case Mr. Euler is standing here. Mr. Euler is standing here on the bridge. Here he is here standing and he is monitoring change in a temperature. For example, we are taking parameter as a temperature of water. Okay, so here he is observing. Here I will here you can write Mr. Euler, and he is observing which parameter? For example, temperature. Temperature of what? Temperature of water which is flowing. Okay, and here another person, that is what? Mr. Lagrange. This Lagrange, Mr. Lagrange, he is traveling. Here he is traveling by the boat, small boat. Okay, so while traveling he is also monitoring. This is Mr. Lagrange. Okay, and he is also monitoring change in temperature. Both are doing same kind of work, but approach is different. Now different what approach? That he is studying of the change of temperature of the fluid particle, each particle which is flowing along this flow, because he is traveling. And Euler is standing, he is not traveling, he is standing, and he has considered this vicinity. Vicinity means area, field. So particular in this domain, we can say this domain. Domain means area or field, or these are the different words I am using. Area, domain or area or field. or vicinity. Different words are there. In a particular domain, here how much whatever water is flowing, in that what change is there in the temperature, that is monitored. So he is considering control volume. Euler is considering control volume. We say this particular area or a system or a field for the observation, monitoring purpose, that is called as control volume. So here the difference, Eulerian approach, there we use control volume, and that is why it is called as field approach. And this approach is simple, it gives simplicity in the analysis. Okay, and Mr. Lagrange, he is using along the both particle to particle he is monitoring. So if Mr. Euler found, suppose delta T means change in a temperature, for example 2 degrees Celsius in 1 hour. In a 1 hour, if Mr. Euler found change in a temperature of 2 degrees Celsius, Mr. Lagrange may found temperature difference 1 degree Celsius, because he started to travel from some location earlier before some hour, 1 hour. After that he found here. Okay, so that is why here in the analysis results are different because approaches are different. Are you understanding? That is why now in the fluid kinematics here in further sessions or our in a theory and numerical sessions, we are using this Eulerian approach. We are considering a particular domain, control volume. Control volume is what we may consider a rectangular shape diagram. Rectangular shape diagram. Suppose this is a pipe. Through this pipe, it is a flowing. Water is flowing. So we will consider this space between these two locations. At location 1 and at location 2, we will measure the parameters, say temperature T1, pressure P1, velocity V1, like that. At location 2, temperature T2, P2 pressure, velocity V2. So particular from this to this journey, here we may find delta T, delta P, delta V. These are what changes in the temperature, in the pressure, in the velocity. But this change is only between the location 1 and 2, means only in this control volume, because we are considering this whole as a system for the analysis purpose. But in case of Lagrangian approach, every particle is to be considered, and that is critical to monitor, isn't it? For that we need very precise and very expensive apparatuses. Okay, so that is why at scientific level, scientists, wherever the critical analysis is required, especially in aerospace engineering, okay, aerospace engineering, satellite, about that, in that case, wherever the critical change is affected, small change in the system may affect a lot to the system, the critical analysis is required. So in that case, this Lagrangian approach is considered. And the daily life applications which we are using, in that design is done by the engineer. There we are going in a field system, control volume system. Okay, that is what Eulerian approach. Have you understood, all of you? So now we will have here mathematical treatment. So by the Lagrangian approach, here the change in a parameter is to be calculated. How? So for that, observer In this case, as we discussed, observer concentrate. Concentrate means what? Focus. Observer concentrate on movement of single particle in this case. Okay, so here which system is used? We discuss Cartesian coordinate system is used. Okay, means what? Position of the particle. Position of the particle is described by space coordinate x, y, z. Okay, at any time. Okay, so here original position is denoted by 0. Original means what? 0 distance. x0, y0, z0. This is original position. At definitely time will be what? 0. Initially time is 0. So in this case the parameters are expressed in a coordinate form x, y, z. Okay, these are what? Functions of space coordinates. So write down these points. Equation form. Okay, now here are the two components. Okay, the change in the parameter is expressed by using two components. One is called as velocity component and another is called as acceleration component, because our main base is what? Kinematics, fluid kinematics. So acceleration and velocity. So velocity component and acceleration component, how they are mentioned or given. Velocity component, it is given by the velocity u, that is what? Dx by dt. U means velocity in x direction with respect to distance, change in a distance with respect to time along x direction. V velocity is along y direction, and w velocity is along z direction. So these three are velocities, okay, of the fluid particle along x, y, z direction. Velocity u, v, w. Similarly, here acceleration means change in velocity with respect to time, means here double derivative d square x divided by dt square along x direction, that is ax, acceleration component. Okay, similarly here ay d square y upon this dt square. Az means d square z divided by dt. Clear? Now in this case here, these are the velocities and acceleration along x, y, z direction. So az, so what we say, that these are velocity and acceleration are the components, velocity component, and this is acceleration component. Okay, now resultant component of each. Resultant component means resultant of velocity component. These are the three velocities along x, y, z direction. Resultant velocity will be capital V is equal to square root of sum of square of velocities in all direction. U square plus V square plus W square inside the square root. Okay, and similarly resultant acceleration, this will be what? Here A, that is equal to square root of sum of square of the acceleration in all direction, ax square plus ay square plus az square inside the square root. So here now mathematical treatment by Eulerian approach. In this case, as we discuss that observer concentrate the system, okay, as a point in field. Observer concentrate the system or control volume as a point in the field system. Okay, so here velocity, okay, velocity, these are in space or control volume. Okay, in a control volume is UVW, that is what? Function of space coordinates at time, any time. Okay, so here total derivative is used. Here total, why? Because here control volume is considered as a field, complete system between the two locations. So that is why here change is expressed by the total derivative. So about the total derivative we will have again separate session. Okay, there we will elaborate in a detail. So here we use total change, that is why I am using letter capital D. U means change in a velocity, total change in a velocity du, capital Du. How it is expressed? It is expressed by using partial differentiation form. It is also called a chain rule. What is chain rule? You will understand now. This is what delta U by delta X into dx plus delta U by delta Y into dy plus delta U by delta Z into dz plus delta U by delta T into dt. Okay, it is also called as in a mathematics del U. So this is a partial differentiation term. Okay, and this is a complete derivative term. So this is a velocity in x direction change with respect to partial change in x direction multiplied by total derivative. This is same velocity along. We are now here writing the equation as far as only U is concerned. That is why here everywhere you will find delta U or del U by del Y, del U by del U by del T, like this. Understood? Okay. So now this is what? Change in a velocity. Now we will divide this by time, both sides. So write down. If you do this, here you will find What we do? We divide both sides with the time. Okay, so here now this is what acceleration, because with respect to velocity, change in velocity with respect to time, that is acceleration component. ax that is equal to del u by del x. Now you can observe here, these are local velocities. These are local velocities. dx by dt is the u, dy by dt v, and dz by dt is w. So u, v, w, these are the local velocities. Okay, so u plus del by u by del by y into v plus this is the component along x direction. Similarly, you can write the component along y and z direction. Okay, so along y direction, ay. In the same way, here the velocity will be what? Y direction, change in velocity v, that is dv, del v. Okay, del v or delta v by delta x. Okay, other parameters are same. So that is why here change will be here only in the velocity later. Directly I have written the equation for y. Similarly, you can write the equation for z, acceleration z term. Okay, so here velocity will come, change velocity will come in a z direction with del w. Okay, del w by del x into u. So in this way you can write the equation. Understood? Okay, so ax, ay and az, these are the three acceleration components. So likewise, last approach, here also we have to write resultant component. So here resultant velocity is same way, that is what? Capital V is equal to square root of sum of u square plus v square plus w square, resultant velocity. And but in this case here, see, let me clear first of all. In this case, resultant velocity, here the function comes, that is vector. Okay, as here we are dealing with change in a form of partial differentiation, that is why here we write this resultant velocity as a vector. Resultant velocity as a vector, that is why bar came. Now here we write this u into I hat, you understand, hat, this is a hat, I scalar quantity. Okay, so here we write in a scalar form, that sum comes in a vector form. Okay, so u into I, v into j hat, and w into k hat. So in this way we write the resultant velocity. Okay, acceleration, resultant acceleration, that we write as a bar, same way, ax into I hat plus ay into j hat plus az into k hat. Okay, so this is the difference between the two approaches. In Lagrangian approach, we were having the equation resultant velocity as a square root of summation u square v square plus w square. Likewise, for the resultant acceleration in case of Lagrange, Lagrangian approach was what? X square plus ay square plus az square inside the square root. Here Eulerian approach as a field approach, as a control volume, okay, as a, at a location change with respect to time in a space coordinate. We use here partial differentiation form to express the change in velocities in x direction, y direction, z direction. Similarly acceleration components, and in the resultant we use here vector form. So vector, that is why v bar for the velocity. These are the scalar forms respect to u velocity, v velocity, w velocity, I, j, k. Okay, and similarly for a bar, x, I, j, k. These are having hats above them. Okay, so in this way we covered in a today's session, okay, basics of fluid kinematics. We discuss about the flow description system approaches, that is Lagrangian approach and Eulerian approach, exact difference by the pictorial view or drawing, and after that mathematical treatment, okay, means equations for the velocities u, v, w, and acceleration ax, ay, az, and after that finally a resultant velocity and resultant acceleration for the both approaches. Understood?
So at the end of this session you can explain flow description methods of fluid kinematics. Subscribe the channel for further video sessions. Thank you.